yourself. But here you have Eddie. He's a Manchester United supporter. Yeah, he's a very strong one for that matter. And he does. Let me tell you guys, he does. I know he doesn't wish me well in the Champions League, but don't worry, I'm going to still surprise you. Get ready for the inevitable. But anyway, Eddie, football. How are you doing? How are you doing today?
Yeah, doing good, man. I'm in England right now. This is where I live. The weather is really good. It's like Nigeria weather over here now, like about 30 degrees. Yeah.
I saw people complaining about the heat, that the heat is so much. Like, I was wondering what's going on here. We love it. We love the...
Yeah,
you shouldn't be complaining.
You guys are used to it. The people over here, they're used to just getting in their house, getting the blankets, getting their heating on, and just keeping warm. And just when this heat comes out for obviously the native English, they have to use the sun cream, all of that stuff. Yeah, but people like me, obviously, with the melanin and protected, so I'm liking it when the heat comes. You're
built different. You're built different. You guys are built different. Anyway, pick up yourself. Actually, I'm going to start before I go into what I want to say. I hope you know that the Unity Cup is going on in the UK right now.
Yeah, I just literally heard from you. I didn't even know you said the final might be tomorrow.
Yeah.
I hope that doesn't overlap with the Champions League then, right?
No. I think they played the game earlier or something. I will confirm the dates again, maybe before, even in the show, I'll confirm that already. But one way or the other, I think the game is between, I think today or tomorrow. They played the first game, they won well against Zimbabwe. Funny enough, we used the weaker team against Zimbabwe. We used a kind of new set of players, under 21s against the Zimbabweans, and we beat them well, like 2-0. But the irony of life is that this same Zimbabwe stopped us from going to the World Cup. They actually, knocked us out. They beat us at home. They drew us at home with our main squad, and we just came out here in the and dealt with them with our under 21s. And actually, the outstanding guy for me is Aziz Ramon. He was outstanding. But Femi Aziz, the guy was outstanding. In fact, he gave me. I think he's the best thing since Ademola Lookman. The way and he plays for me well. Actually, he was the best thing I've seen since Ademola Lookman, and he plays on both flanks. So it was a nice one. I didn't know you guys didn't know. That means the whole thing was not popping in the UK. The whole Unity Cup thing.
This supposed to on this Aziz guy. So he's a winger or a forward.
Yeah, he's a winger for Millwall. He's a Millwall winger. He plays for Millwall.
I was watching some of the qualifiers for the World Cup, right? I don't think I heard.
Yes.
Did he get into the team? I don't think I heard him.
He wasn't there. This guy was they just called him. He was not there. He has not been, because this was his first call-up.
Oh, okay. Because I was wondering, like, why have I not heard of him? Okay, so plays for Millwall as well, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna keep a lookout, man. It's obviously I'm born in England, but my parents are Nigerian, so I'm obviously Nigerian at heart, yeah. So just,
of course, for sure, for sure.
Yeah. So just to talk about the disappointment, right? It's yes, I hear what you're saying. Nigeria did well in the recent African Cup of Nations, right? They came third, right? So I'm like, okay, they put a little bit of respect on their names after the World Cup, but you've got to get to that World Cup when there's that many teams, like you're saying, the NFF have a lot to answer for. But I'm hoping you guys would protest, if they're not sorting out things like this team.
You know what? If we start discussing this, right, it will actually trigger a lot of chain reaction that you myself might be shocked. You see, that's the reason why I keep, personally, I've always been at the logger with Mikel Obi. Mikel Obi sits down there. I don't know wherever he is, whether it's Dubai or whatever. I don't have any issues with him. These are the people who are supposed to actually make changes to things right here. But you see these guys fold their hands and tell you, oh, we are not going to do anything until somebody changes things. Bro, I can't change things from here. I can only put it. You can change things because you've been in the game. You know how to get to the NFF. They can listen to you. You can influence things. You have fellow players of your choice like Kanu, Okocha. You guys can speak together and make change. Bro, I can't make change. And you sit down there, you go there and criticize NFF. Instead, you start you start going to Sky Sport and start crying here and there for things that doesn't make sense. Why the football in your nation deteriorates. Those are the reason why I'm always angry at him. So that's saying that NFF sees us like even the protest, we can't do anything. So they do whatever they want and nobody is getting them. And that's why people need to speak.
Yeah. What you just said, I completely agree with that. If you're one of these Nigerian football legends, you're going to have the influence to at least get NFF to at least sit down, have a discussion or something like that. I think it comes down to that old thing where we're just getting frustrated with the fact that a lot of money is involved, right? So maybe some of these Nigerian legends, I'm just saying maybe there's not enough money in trying to tackle the issue, but that's why you got to have real football men who actually care about the game, that are actually having the experience, like you said, come in and try and do something, man. Because you can't go from Nigeria winning in the was it 90s? It was 19 something, wasn't it? When they won the Olympics, right? How do you win from the flying wingers, the flying forwards, man? And then now it's like
the lowest of lows.
Yeah, they're struggling, man.
And let me tell you something. I know you guys are born and reared. You guys grew up in the UK and the rest of them. Look, if England wins the World Cup, right, you will be happy. I'm not saying you won't be happy. You will be happy. But you will be happier if Nigeria wins the World Cup. Let me tell you something. The joy you will get if Nigeria wins the World Cup, you will be in Lagos celebrating in Lagos, bro. Bro, you will be in Lagos celebrating in Lagos. I'm telling you. I know it's a tough one to ask, but bro, if England wins the World Cup, yeah, that's England. You will celebrate that. But bro, how will you feel if tomorrow this World Cup Nigeria wins the World Cup? Bro, your jerseys will be flying.
What you just said, right? You're describing how I feel, like deep, like in my heart, man. I mean, I'm in England, so I don't want to just say, just dismiss England. Yeah,
I get.
But with things that have been going on politically, yeah, and when we had times where I'm sure you heard when England in the Euros were missing penalties and the black
penalties, yeah.
Black players penalties, and then they were getting a lot of abuse. It wasn't all it wasn't all white English criticizing them and being racist, but it was a certain amount to the point where it made us black people feel uncomfortable, So it's just that thing where that kind of thing disconnects people like me that are in the diaspora from the England team, because it's like, oh, it's all good when we're doing good for the team. But then when it's heartbreak, then it's like, oh, look at these black players. Are they good enough? And it's like, come on, man.
Your home will always be your home, no matter what. Yeah. And let me tell you something here. Let me tell you something, Eddie, right? No matter the vibes you think you get in the UK, bro, you need to come back home and understand what is going on. Let me tell you something. You won the league right there in England. I tell you, we, the Arsenal fan in this part of the world, celebrated more than you guys did in England. I can bet you that. We have people going into church. We have people, walking around the streets. We have people walking. We had a grown man, was stepped out of his own house and constituted nuisance in the whole community, all because his team won in a long time. And that is how passionate people are about football. So when the team is doing bad, that's why it hurts me more. In fact, this World Cup, we've not as a football fan in Nigeria, we have not gotten the real until let the World Cup start. That's when we will know that we have something actually hit Nigeria, because Nigerians now are still, hiding under the Champions League, Premier League, blah, blah, blah. We are hiding under that iron. Let me tell you something. For we football fan, immediately the World Cup starts, we are in trouble. Like, the whole thing becomes boring. Am I supposed to start making argument for England playing Switzerland? It doesn't make sense. Even though Saka is there, yes. I back Saka. I want Saka to do well. But bro, Nigeria is nowhere to be found. I'm devastated. I'm not happy.
Bro, you have a lot of passion, man. And it's like, it'd be nice if that was carried over into the professionals that actually play for the team, right? Because for some of those World Cup qualifiers, yeah, I saw some players from what I saw weren't really feeling it. They weren't really showing that energy, man. I didn't watch all the games, so I could be wrong about some of the games, but there's always, when you're watching, you can always see something with the eye test. The eye test is undefeated, man. So I think it comes down to the culture of, you know, some of these Nigerian players are playing in leagues where they're getting paid a lot, and maybe when they're coming back to their team, maybe they're seeing like the lack of professionalism, lack of money. I remember hearing the Nigerian players were delayed in getting some of their payments.
They didn't want to play games. It will be poor hotels, poor management. A lot is going on. You see, bro, like I said that's why I didn't want to go into that canker worm right now. I don't want us to open that now because see, that is a topic for a week. If we start speaking of the NFF right now, we won't leave this place. So let me just put that aside. But for me, right now, the problem we're having now is that this manager now that we have, Eric Chell, is actually doing well. You know, so far for the managers that we have gotten in a couple of years, this guy is doing very, very well. Now we need you to just back him, you know, give him his contract. He says, this is what I want. What he said he wants. In fact, the list is so ridiculous that if I start listing them for you, you will just start laughing. Let me tell you what this guy wants. What Nigeria NFF manager said is one. He said he wants a tactical board, projector, so he could display tactics. One. He said he wants them to take care to pay his salary before, you know, the end of the month.
Yeah.
Those things they are lame. They are the basic things that a manager will have.
I was just about to say basics. That is basic stuff.
They are just the basics. But do you know that is the only delay for his that's why his contract hasn't been signed right now. Now, whose fault is that? Is it the football fan? No, it's the NFF. And look,
that's mad.
Let's not get.
You know what? One more thing I saw on that manager, right? Is it's good that what he did in this recent AFCON, yeah. But okay, it's not broken, yeah. It's not broken what they're doing, innit? If they get into third place, you're going to give him another chance to see what he can do. But what I'm trying to say, right, is that some of that football I've watched, I've not liked it, man. It's not progressive, man. It's almost similar to what your guy with Arsenal, what he's doing.
Arteta, right?
Yes, Mr. Arteta. Yeah. So some of this, trying to defend a lead and trying to be too defensive. Okay. Against Congo, the team that. Do you see when it was a draw? Did you see how defensive they went? Right. It's like they were playing for penalties. That was Congo, right?
Let me, because you didn't understand how the whole qualifier went. I know you don't understand it in detail, but let me explain. Let me just give you a brief lowdown of how our qualifier went. What happens? Let me tell you, for the World Cup qualifier, the NFF, we used 3 different managers for the World Cup qualifiers. 3. And the 3, so Finidi played 2 games, just 2 games in the qualifier. The second manager played 2 games. The first manager before them played 2 games. That's 4. Yeah. So what happened was that when they brought in Eric Chell, that was when we started winning games. We played 4 games and we had like 3 points or something. We played 4 games with just 3 points. We had, I think, 3 draws or 2 draws. Is it 2 points? So we were already down and gone. We already thought we were not going to the World Cup already. That was the conclusion. Right. So when Chell came in, he just, he made do with what he had. He tried to put the team together. So his football was not as fluid during that qualifier till the end. He was not there. But he was not there till it was not fluid till the end. But right. What happened was that when he moved on, when he took over, he was getting better. He only got better when we got into the AFCON. He only got better when we move into the AFCON. So that was the challenge. So fine, I get what you're saying about that. But the whole thing only went better when we went to AFCON. So that was the only challenge by that, and which I understood, which I get. But subsequently, he has been playing good football. Now that's why I felt it should be back. So if you watch those games before then,
I'm going to watch more then to see if he keeps progressing the football then, because I'm remembering some of the AFCON football. Yeah, definitely better than some of the qualifying football, some of the World Cup qualifying football. So, yeah, okay then. We'll see what he's got, man. We'll see if he grows. He keeps growing with the team.
All right, now moving on from that, let's quickly go into the topic of today. And before I go into that of United, because I know we were going to throw banter a little bit there, but before I go there, I want to quickly just mention this news I saw. I saw Konate of Liverpool leaving. Did you get the news?
Yeah, I mean, I'm in that football chat that we're in. I saw a little something. Yeah, he's going for free, isn't he? Like Liverpool.
Yeah. What's going on? What's going on with Liverpool? What's going on with Liverpool?
Can't ask me, man. As a legacy United fan, you can't ask me. Liverpool are, I don't know. The board used to know what they were doing, but after that last season, I don't know if they got some brain damage going on. That they're messing up a lot of players' contracts. Salah's gone as well. I don't know what they're gonna do, man.
You know, I don't know how a club spends that much and you kind of still get worse. Like, it's strange to me. The fact that a club can spend that much and still get worse is shocking to me, really.
I mean, obviously, when you look at the market, and you see in players like Isak going for was it 140 million or something?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. It's like you have to. We're not businessmen. We're not businessmen, right? We're just fans.
Yeah.
Here, but you can still see because there's games like FIFA. When you go on FIFA, you try and budget. You don't want to be spending almost a third of your budget on one player, because if the one player takes time to settle, you're looking bad. If he gets injured like Isak did, you look even worse. So they just didn't spread their money amongst the players properly. You don't always have to go for the obvious signings, as people have said. There's certain people you can go for. Like Brighton, how they buy some of these obscure players and they turn out to be really good. There's the big teams have got to do better with finding those diamonds that are hidden, and then polishing them up, and then you can resell them for even higher money as well. So Liverpool are just messed up.
But I think the problem with people is that people actually look at the Chelsea model. People have this model of wanting to win now, and they see that as the only reason, wanting to win now. That's why they do. And I don't think another thing that happened. They said, okay, imagine when they got that last year, everybody believed they would win the league. But imagine how far they went this year. So that's what I think everybody just had this with the syndrome of they wanting to win now. And that's why everybody is just giving everything in order for them to get results. I think that's just the problem.
You've got to win now, but you've got to, I never rated Isak to be that over 100 million. I mean,
really?
It was crazy. It was crazy. I mean, I kept watching, trying to see the highlights, see what he was doing. He was scoring for Newcastle, but he wasn't. He wasn't this guy that's like a world beater. One of them top guys. So they don't. It's weird because we saw that they had Ekitike already. He was already being that guy that was scoring. So it's like, didn't the board think, okay, you know what, we've got a scorer now. Let's try and sort out our defense. That defense, bro, has been one of the worst defenses I've seen. Yeah, if you're a football guy, you can see that Van Dijk was slowing down. Konate, I think, is a surprise one. I didn't expect him to have a terrible season, but Van Dijk, you should see, he's slowing down. I'm so surprised I didn't get that Mark Gay. I'm sure a lot of people have said that. Yeah. I don't understand how you spend that much money on. What I just want to know what their plan was with Ekitike and Isak. What was the plan? Spend that much on both of them.
I was thinking they want to play 4-4-2 or something. I don't know what Liverpool was trying to play, but this guy, I will not lie to you. It was a shock to me. I going for free. At the point that it was going to Real Madrid, it's understandable. You say players want to wear the white jerseys, blah 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 blah. But This guy is it's not even Madrid now. He's living for free. For free. That's mad. That's mad.
Yeah.